Welcome to the shop, a moto podcast with your host, Jake Lowry and Grayson Crum.
What's up, Grayson?
Good morning.
Shop Moto Pod back for episode, not sure what number.
40-something.
Is it 40-something?
Probably. We're getting up there.
I could look.
Nah,
I could look.
Too much work.
Too much time, too much work.
Yeah. We're just in for a quick one.
What's been going on in Grayson's world?
Man, a bunch of nothing.
This is episode 41.
Told you.
Episode 41. We've had more episodes than that, but going by the number, we've had like 2 or 3 more than that.
Mm-hmm. Grayson's world's full of working.
Grayson's world's full of not riding. You want to explain? Or
No.
we just not talk about it?
No, that's my personal life. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm not okay
Okay.
with putting my personal life on the internet.
Okay. You heard that. So for all our listeners and YouTubers, you're only getting half of Grayson.
No, I just don't feel like riding, so I'm not riding. It's not that
I don't know how you don't feel like riding, but
That's me, bro.
okay. I'm cool.
With
As long as you want to feel like podcasting and talking about
Yeah,
riding
I
dirt
love.
bikes.
I'll always watch it, and
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna be drunk on Destinations weekend, just screaming.
Are you going to buy it?
Oh yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Can I have your password?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Awesome.
And if you're
Well, wait.
listening,
If you're listening, just ask him.
Yeah.
DM Grayson. He'll give you his password.
yeah, probably.
I mean, they charge a lot for it. So
For one?
for one race?
No, they don't.
Well, I think it's like $40 or something, maybe.
Okay, yeah, I'll share a password for like $5 a piece.
Oh my gosh! Now he's trying to make a profit.
No, it's not a profit. 5, 10. Yeah, if I get 8 people.
Oh, dude, Josh, Carrie,
Yeah,
Shaw, me.
all the Shaws.
I mean, you're easily getting more than 8.
Yeah, but I'll cut it off at 8.
Okay. All right. So, since we've been gone, the outdoors ended.
In a very dramatic fashion.
50 years of pro motocross.
And if you can guess right now how many champions there have been in 50 years.
So, what do we give them? Hold on. The first comment on YouTube that gets it right, or the first direct message or comment on.
No, comment has to be public. Can't DM me.
Okay, so no DM. First comment on Facebook or Instagram with the correct answer of how many different winners have there been in the premier class in the last 50 years of pro motocross. Motocross, not supercross, motocross.
Yes.
I got this right earlier. Grayson asked me at lunch. Nailed it.
Right
First
on the
time,
dot,
right off
which
the
was
dot.
kind of sus, but
No, it's not. It's
should we give him hints? Like,
No, we're not giving them hints. Donnie was way wrong.
he was way wrong.
Way wrong. On like 3 guesses.
Yes.
I nailed it first shot.
Donnie said, we'll just talk about Donnie. Donnie said 8 the first time. And I'm like, dude, there's been
8 in the last 10 years.
Yeah. I'm like, try again, Donnie. And then he went to like 50, and I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
it wasn't that bad. But
So, anyway, yeah, somebody can comment, and we'll send you some Shop Moto stickers.
yeah, it would have went up 1 at Paula, but
It didn't.
he blew it. He couldn't handle the pressure.
He was riding good.
Who's to blame? Not to blame.
The blame.
Not to blame.
I blame Honda. I blame Kenny. Blame Kenny.
Did Sexton blow it, or did Tomac rise?
Tomac win it. First moto, Tomac won it because Chase was out front.
Nah, okay, I disagree with you on both.
You
Okay,
think Chase blew it
on both of them? Yes.
because of the lappers?
Yes.
But I
He
feel
had that section down. It was bam, bam. I mean, and he was gaining on. That was the only part of the section he would gain on.
no, but I feel like that Tomac stayed with the pressure, knowing that I can make Chase make a mistake, whether it's not being able to pass lappers fast enough, or whatever, or him tipping over, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make Chase make a mistake, and I'm gonna get around, and that's what he did.
Yeah.
He stayed right there, close enough that when Chase got held up a tiny bit by lappers, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
It
but-
wasn't like I saw people on Facebook like, oh, the lappers. No, not really. I mean, Chase hopped in the same line they were in, knowing that I might catch this guy before this section's over and it's going to slow me down.
Yeah.
That happened
He
twice.
He just messed the whole. He was doing the rhythm.
Yeah, and he screwed that whole rhythm up.
He was like wheeling over, double,
over the big gap to
triple,
get over the big one.
Yeah, and it was fast.
Yeah.
I didn't see anybody else attempt it or try it. It was like a little. I was mind blown by that one. So I thought he was gonna win it. Then he gets caught up. Then the second moto, he for sure blew it.
Well, so that's what I was going to say. The first moto, I don't feel like he blew it. I feel like Tomac won it. But the second moto, I mean, Chase blew it. He was ahead of Tomac, crashed. Did
you see the crash?
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
His foot came off. That's what started all of it.
Yeah, I didn't really
his foot came off
dive into it. But.
On that section, and he got through my bounce. Talking about that section, can everybody on this podcast all agree that Paula's
that was terrible.
Worst freaking track.
Dude, it was
ever.
it was very one line in certain areas.
Yes.
And like all those switchbacks and stuff. Dude, I mean,
why?
Yeah, it's going to be one line,
like,
and it's just the dumbest thing ever.
If it's a practice track, whatever, but a national, like, okay.
Switchbacks are terrible on actual racetracks.
I need to call our pro motocross analysis, Johnny Moore, and ask him about Elsinore and 12.
Yeah, so he would have raced that one.
Yeah,
pretty
because
sure.
they talked about on Pulp how Elsinore was super bad.
It was terrible.
And 12, and it was super hot, and they didn't shorten the motos at all.
I don't care about that. Whatever.
Yeah, but then
Sissies.
and then Utah. Utah looked sick from like an.
I think Utah sucked. I'm pretty sure Johnny told me Utah was not that. I think maybe he liked it.
No, he went down in one moto. I remember that. Him and Reed
on the start.
Yeah,
he got a bunch of TV time for that.
I remember that one. Big TV time.
No, I think he liked like the layout.
Yeah.
But I think he said it sucked because the jumps were big. There was a lot of wind.
And there was no water. It was super dry.
It was super dry, and like the wind would blow the dust all across.
Yeah.
It's like these big windstorms and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm pretty sure I remember him telling me like that all that.
But it was pretty cool. It's kind of like a Daytona, like all the pits were concrete. Like that's cool.
Well, everybody loved that. It was like a nice paddock area.
Yeah.
Wash bikes on concrete. Like
you don't have to.
Well, you get the big CEO guys that don't want to get dirty. They can go sit in the press box. Like they can see everything. So I know the industry liked that, but the man-made tracks like that are normally just not super good.
Yeah,
they're just
agree.
You need a lot of the natural.
But then on the other flip side, that gives you the opportunity to, which Donnie did say this, and we kind of agreed in the group chat, to change the track up. Like the tracks have been the same for there's been 50 years, so probably the last 25 years.
Oh, longer than that. Most of the staple tracks have been the tracks for almost the entire time.
Yeah.
Like Unadilla's been there since the beginning.
But it didn't go that way, did it?
Unadilla's changed directions a couple times. So, and it used to be grass. And there's a lot of things. Yes, there's things that have changed.
But in this modern era, since I've remember as a kid to now, they've been mostly 90% the same.
What about this, though? Because it takes a lot to be a national. It takes a lot to be that big of an event, to hold that on, to have the money, to be in the area they need it to be. So instead of it being just totally different tracks, all of them have enough equipment, money, and land to totally do something different. Why not have half the track just completely different than it's ever been?
Yeah, and every year switch it.
And every year have just completely redo have a new section.
Or
have something completely different.
Quarter of a track, yeah.
I mean, dude, me growing up going to Swan, it was like that all the time. Trey would always make a new section.
Yeah.
They'd run the track you would do the series there, and we might do 8 rounds of the series there, and every round it was somewhat of a different track.
Yeah.
It was not always the exact same thing. He ran it different, some kind of way. I feel like they can do that at the outdoors. I mean, they do that at Redbud. There's a lot, when you go to the when I did the regional there was a bunch of the pro national stuff that was not ran at the regional.
I thought it was only one section.
No,
that one uphill section.
With a one uphill section
goes down, back up, down.
But they change some of the jumps and stuff to where they're not quite as big, and different things are different.
Yeah,
Larocco's leap's not quite as which They've been leaving it now, but I remember times in the past stuff would be different.
Yeah.
Jump wise.
But like, how many tracks? Dilla, Ironman.
Ironman's new.
No, I'm talking about like only race once a year, or like a handful of times a year.
Unadilla has an amateur track on the other side of the hill.
I'm talking about the national
they
track.
only race the national track once a year.
Okay. Then you have...
Nobody else does that, though. Southwick races a bunch. Millville races a bunch. Red Bud races a bunch. Budds Creek, I mean, you can go practice during the week at Budds Creek whenever you want. Like,
so just close down for 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
I mean, close down for a month, dude. I mean, you're about to have a freaking national.
Yeah.
I know it's expensive, and a lot of it's on. Maybe MX Sports needs to. They need to help out with the tracks more.
Yeah.
On even I mean, like Washougal's probably been the longest same layout, I would think, without any kind of change. So maybe.
Yeah, I could see that.
Maybe change. I mean, I don't think it's just hard to me with like. It would be like NASCAR being like, "Oh, yeah, we're not going to Talladega or Daytona this year." People would be like, "Wait, what?" They're just staple tracks that you just
not go there.
Yeah, we're not going to go there. We're not going to go to Martinsville. We're not going to Bristol. It's like those tracks are like super known.
Oh, instead of skipping one every year.
Yeah, they're like
some people say.
Yeah, like they're super known. So I'm like, it's hard to.
But
we're not going to go to Southwood. Like that's tough.
No, I kind of think. Okay, so now I'm completely...
I was okay when it was Steel City, Mount Morris. You went between the two because they're kind of the same location.
Yeah.
They weren't far apart, same state. Like
So
they both owned by MX Sports.
Now I kind of change ideas because I just had a pop. A lot of these national tracks have like fences. Like thinking about how hard it would be to change it, maybe you should just go to another track. I'd rather see. Now that I think about it, I'd rather see another track. And you switch out 3 or 4 tracks a year.
Would you be okay with giving up Red Bud? The vibe and all that it has?
No.
Would you be okay with giving up Millville? Possibly the best actual track of the whole circuit?
No, I'd be okay with giving up, even though I like them. Like, I like all the tracks except Paula.
Well, then let's just give up. Give up.
No, I'm just saying I like them all, so it's not. It's kind of like I don't have like a hate for one of them except Paula. But I wouldn't mind giving up like Budds. Giving up.
Budds is pretty racy though.
Ironman. Giving up. Lakewood.
Oh, dude. Lakewood's good though.
Give up those 3 and put in 3 different ones. That's one on each coast, basically. That's an East Coast, a middle Ironman, and
it's
then
just to me hard on outdoors because
or like don't go to
the track makes so much of it. Where like Supercross, like they're building the track in the stadium. It doesn't matter where you go. You're trying to go different cities to get different people involved. But outdoors, like, you need places where, like, obviously we need, to me, the best tracks in America need to be a part of it. And you got to have all the other. You got to be able to have it where they can have amateur racing. Because I feel like amateur day's big at these things.
Huge.
You need that. You need, like, they need to be in areas where outdoor moto is really big. So it supports it. So I don't know, man. It's hard to take away, like the current ones that are there. Yeah. Other than there shouldn't be 2 Paulas, which that's not going to happen now. We're going to only have 11, and they'll just have 1.
And I don't like that either. I don't like the 11. That fucking sucks.
So you'd rather them add another one?
Yeah, and take away a Supercross.
Wow.
Yeah, because
I thought you were a big soupy guy.
I am, but the stats. If somebody wins all 11,
then it's
they're never going. No one's ever going to go 24-0 ever again.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
And then
it's the same with it was the same with NFL when NFL
threw the 17 actual games, 18 weeks.
Yeah, and then I'm like, well, you're trying different things, but like you just added 1, and you took away 1. Like, don't do that.
Grayson's letting everyone know that he's young. But he's still an old man at heart, and he's like a conservative traditionalist.
Why?
Because you like tradition, you don't want to change it.
Yeah, I want Jet to go 24-0 next year, and
that's not gonna happen. On the 450.
Yeah, now he's not.
Oh my gosh!
And now he's not. And
he's beating Sexton.
Oh yeah, straight up.
Holy.
And he's gonna steal Sexton's girl.
Oh my gosh!
And he's gonna steal
Sexton
his girl.
has a girl.
Probably.
I don't think he plays the field.
I don't know. I was just saying.
I don't think he's locked down or anything. That's why his hair is different. He changes his hair every week because it's like, Yeah, new town. I don't think, last year when I came here, I had darker hair, so I don't think them same chicks trying to find me. So I'm gonna go on with blonde hair this time.
He's gonna take his job.
Yeah.
He's gonna take his title. He's gonna take his girl. He's probably gonna take his mama. I don't know.
I
but
don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
That's just a hot take. But
Okay, I don't think so.
I'm just saying that's what I don't like. So.
Okay, anything else outdoors wise? Like,
Not that
nothing talking about the race other than, it was kind of boring to me other than seeing what was going to happen between the top two.
I got something.
Did you think, we had some Asian hate crime go on. It was Aussie on Asian hate crime. He's Asian.
He's Japanese.
Oh, that's Asian.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Japanese, Chinese,
Korean.
Vietnamese, anything in Asia is Asian.
Anything in ease.
Anything in the Far East.
Anything in Indonese?
Anything from the Far East that eats rice
is
is Asian.
What about in
Indonesia?
Is there?
Yes.
Okay. Continue. Asians.
Okay, so the Far East, we had some.
Not your average Joe.
Not your average Joe. Wait, is Australia considered Far East? Because it's like south of.
No, they're south. They're down under.
So okay, so we had down under on Far East crime.
Oh God.
What do you think? Hunter punted him.
Hot. He came in hot. Well, you could tell where he went off the track, and he got bucked, and then it was downhill from there.
No brakes. He's
no
just
rear
like,
brakes. He's just coming in front brakes, but he can't use too much because he's already on the.
Sorry,
wheel.
buddy.
Yeah. God, he hit him hard.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Sushi was putting in a good moto, but Hunter was too. Actually, that's been the best Hunter's rode in like 2 months.
Yeah.
Outdoors was almost 2 months, but.
But like that's very shocking that Hunter. Dude told me at the beginning of the season Hunter would never win an overall. I told you you're stupid.
I probably would have said the same thing. I feel like he's a good outdoor guy.
Yeah.
And he was good at the beginning. He really fell off there in the middle.
I think he had bad luck too. Bad luck plus he had a bike blow up at High Point.
Yeah.
So he went stuff like that. But still, Sushi's been good. I like it.
Sushi's been really good.
I'm a fan of him. He's
Me
cool.
too. He seems like a cool kid.
I didn't like him at first, but then like now he kind of like understands the jokes.
Yeah.
And so he's like,
dude, the thing at Redbud when he came up on the podium and he had the "I Love USA" on his wrote on him.
Yeah.
Dude, like that is awesome.
That's
he's embracing
great.
He's embracing like being in America and like living our lifestyle.
Yeah. See, that's why I don't think the French can do that. If Francis did that, I'd be like, yeah, you communist, get out of my country.
Okay.
Not because I hate French, but I just don't like him. If Marv did, I'd be like, fucking.
Okay, so you would like it if Marv did it.
Yeah. But
okay, so you could just need to say not the French, then just if Ferrandis did it, you would like it.
Yeah, but he's still from France too. Like if he would have been from Indonesia, I would have been like, oh, Ferrandis from Indonesia. But if an Indonesian rider came over, I back embraced him with like hugs and kisses.
Yeah, I like Sushi. That's good. He seems like a cool kid. All right, let's get into something else.
Wait, one more thing about outdoors. So
this is about outdoors.
Oh.
But you can say yours and I'll say mine after.
Okay. I talked to somebody high up on MX Sports. We had a conversation, and he said that they'll never go to another California race again. Post it live right now. Breaking news.
Other than Paula?
No, they'll never go back to California ever again. It was too hot. So they're never going to go to California. So
Davey said that?
Yeah, Davey said that. So they're out of California now.
They're not going to be out of California.
No, that's what he told me.
No,
that's what they said. I called in the Pulp. He said it's too hot to race.
He does say it's too. No, he says it's too hot in the southeast.
No, he said it's too hot. So we're not going anywhere where it's hot. So they're moving to Canada for the whole month.
We're doing the Canadian Nationals now. Canadian-U.S. Nationals.
Yeah, so just to avoid anything that's above 85 degrees and have everybody complaining. I heard that. He's told me straight on the phone, stamp it.
He did tell you that on Pulp, that it was,
But
I don't understand.
But we were talking about Texas.
Yeah, but but he threw in Florida there too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but the guys train in Florida. Like, I feel like you needed to hit him a lot harder. Like, I would have hit him. Like, dude,
Steve was not about it.
I don't. Yeah, because he's Steve's boss in a way. In certain kind of.
He kind of protects him.
Yeah. So I'm like, but they train in Florida in that heat every day.
Yeah.
It's not for the riders.
Yeah.
They know now. There has been a heat related death in motocross, in pro motocross. But I feel like you don't, like, if you don't know what the guy did before, how prepared he was, you haven't had a factory guy do this. Somebody that you know is prepared.
I heard at Paula post-race interviews and everything, did you ever hear a rider complain about the heat?
No, I heard the announcers be like, oh, he looks tired. He looks hot. Like, come on, dude. Like, everybody looks tired and hot when they get done riding. It could be 60 and he's going to look tired and hot.
Yeah, I mean,
you got done doing
they said they was like, but even the dark side was like, yeah, it was hot, but
it wasn't Texas hot.
It wasn't Texas hot. I'm like, why? Then, like,
yeah.
if you're going to if you're going to do that, come to Southeast and be like, hey, it's 95 degrees here. We're going to go 25 plus 2, whatever. I'm still fine with it if I have a pro national. Yeah,
in the Southeast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't get it. Like, it's, So here's another thing. When he threw in the Loretta's deal, they contradicted themselves this year. Because this was before Loretta's when he was in, he called into Pulp. He said that, well, they only do 20 minutes at Loretta's. Well, they did 25 this year.
Well, he said they only do it once a day.
Once a day. Yeah, but dude, no, they don't. There's kids that race 2 classes a day.
Yeah.
There's literally people that race 2 classes a day. So what he says is not, to me, he's trying to be politically correct and just say, hey, dude, there's a bunch of us that are flaggers or staff or whatever, and we really don't want to be all day in that kind of heat, and that's why we don't do it.
I wonder what the flaggers did this year.
Whatever. Okay, that's, to me, I would rather hear you say that than say, oh, yeah, man, we're doing it for the riders, because, honestly, what is 5 extra minutes for these guys?
Yeah.
It's 2 laps, and they already are used to, like,
30 plus 2.
Yeah, they're used to this. They're in the heat like that, either in Southern California or Florida every day. And the ones that aren't there, they're in Texas. Yeah. Come on now.
You're going to have, we went, I can't remember, somewhere for regional, and it was fucking hot. And you had just local flaggers out there.
Yeah, they're out there, dude.
All they would do, they would just come around. They would, they had it under control. Everybody had shade, and they would come around constantly on full wheelers, just
giving them water, making sure they're good. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I feel like if you just stay on top of it, even if you, for the rider's sake, stay on top of it. If you see a guy crash, and he looks like he's not all there when he gets up, maybe somebody should stop him. And
because these riders, it doesn't matter if they're hot or not, they're gonna ride.
Exactly. Most guys are not most. 75% of them out there are not gonna give up. There's some guys out there that their armpits started smelling a little and they pull off.
Yeah, Sexton would have died at Paula if he had to win the title. He would have died right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Sacrifice his life.
For sure. All right, so my thing I was going to talk about outdoors wise, Stu. What do you think?
I loved it.
That was good. There were some people after the first one on Facebook hating on him. And I'm like, how are you hating on Stu?
Yes.
He brings this is going to come off wrong, but he brings some color to the broadcast. Not color as in not color as in that, but I mean color as in he brings a total different.
He brings a light.
Okay, yeah, he brings a different view, a different perspective, a little bit, and he doesn't care that he says something that maybe somebody doesn't like.
Yeah,
doesn't matter because nobody's paying him to
Yeah.
So he's like the Far East deal. I think some people would be like, oh, that's a little on the. He's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Far East, Oh, my guy from the Far East.
He's like, stay away from Barsha because he'll straight up kill you. He'll murder you, 1st-degree homicide. Stay away from it. And everybody's like, I wouldn't say that. Ricky wouldn't say that about a rider.
Yeah, no, I don't know any of them that would. But dude, Stu's just bringing his comedy with it, just saying whatever.
I love.
And then his breakdown of what they're doing, he would see stuff and he'd be like, oh, they're doing this to Buds when he announced. he's talking about how they were staying out of the deep ruts, what they were trying to do to stay out of them, and trying to stay out of the hooks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nobody breaks that kind of stuff down.
Yeah.
Like, like we need a guy in there. That's what he's supposed to do. That's what the professional is supposed to do.
Yeah.
Listen, football, Tony Romo. I love when watching a football game when Tony Romo is in the booth because he breaks down the plays. He'll be like, the play's not even happened yet, and this is what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Because he sees how they're lined up, and he knows the game. And I'm like, I like that because I want to know that, and I want to learn that because I'm a big-time fan. So I want to know that. I don't want the guy to just say stuff that I already know.
Yeah.
Oh, Derrick Henry's in the back. Like, obviously, Derrick Henry.
He ran for 5 yards. He got tackled.
Obviously. I want to know the stuff that I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's the same, like,
but
the stuff in moto, I'm going to know.
I wouldn't want that for every round, though.
Really?
Not Stu every round.
I did like the changing it.
Oh, I love that.
But I wish we wouldn't have to have Stu every round. But for the other guys, get a little more in depth of what's actually going on. And give me your non-political opinion on all of it.
Yeah, see, I think, like, when they had Emick and Carmichael and McGrath in, I've heard from
I feel like McGrath was pretty good, though.
Yeah, but I've heard from him so much that I'm like, man, kind of, like, Carmichael, we hear him in Supercross, so it's like, we know what to expect.
You heard Emming for so long in Supercross.
So, like, I like when J-Mart was in there. I loved. It was just, but I don't think, I've heard that they're not going to do that next year because
it's NBC Sports, Peacock or whatever. Yeah,
which kind of sucks. Like, I like the changing around. And I like how, we just good. We just the best.
We just good. I like we just a good.
He can, like, who the hell is going to make up, like, talk to Dennis Rodman out of nowhere? Just, know how to talk Weege.
Yeah, Weege for sure. But I like, I did like how they changed it. Maybe not as many different guys, like I'd like to see Stu twice, everybody twice a year. And
I liked, who they have twice?
They had Glover twice, didn't
Glover.
they?
Yeah, yep. I like Glover. He was pretty cool.
Well, Glover, I like the guys that, I feel like Glover was, he's got a lot of knowledge of the sport, so he's in depth. But he's also one of those guys that's like, he doesn't cut the new kids slack. No. He's definitely like, well, back in my day. And I like that because it's like, I'm not going to say that you guys are just the man or doing this stuff. Like, you know, like there's been times things were harder, like, Yeah,
maybe if you get some more recent retired. RV was good. Yeah. Like, I bet Dunge in there. Dunge was in it last year.
Dunge has been in before. He
was pretty good.
But he's always been with somebody. It wasn't just Dunge. Like it was.
It was just Dunge last year.
Was it just Dunge last year with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
maybe I'm thinking the year before when Gio was still there.
Yeah, no.
And then they would bring a third guy in for like a moto or whatever.
No, okay, maybe that was it.
That's what I was thinking. It was like they would bring a third guy in for a moto, and he would just be there for one or two motos or something, not the whole time.
But if you get more recent riders who understand the newer bikes, the tracks,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Glover would understand, even though he's older, because he still rides a modern bike. And he's still pretty fast.
Is he?
Yeah, you don't remember him he did the Moto Fight Club deal.
That was him.
Yeah, and he was pretty quick.
Oh,
yeah. He might be old, but he's still pretty good. And he's a Dunlop guy, so he's at the races with all the Dunlop stuff.
So he just blows.
But I would like...
he would blow Dunlop. Oh, the MX-14 would do anything.
Yeah, for sure. And he would be the guy to be like, oh, no, it wasn't...
The tire.
Yeah, it wasn't the tire. Yeah. But, all right, that's enough outdoor talk. Let's move on to the other stuff that's been happening.
Like what?
I went to a race at Back 40. Their first ever race.
Nice.
And you missed it.
Yes, I did.
So if Bryce Klippel, Tony Klippel, Sean Jacobs, any of you guys listen... Grayson just didn't want to go.
No, I was busy. It was Labor Day weekend.
It was. So, first race there, I missed Saturday practice, which they said that the track was really, really good. Mm-hmm. And I unfortunately missed it. Part of it.
Can't win them all.
Yep. But I went Sunday. It rained Saturday night. Kind of what I felt like was a good amount. Mm-hmm. They tilled it up, ripped it, tilled it. Seemed like it was going to be good. It was wet, but as it should be for the first practice. First practice was out there, and the guys are making laps. Starts raining. And, like, not just like a sprinkle. Like, it started, like, actually raining.
Yeah.
Rained pretty good for, like, 30 minutes. Like, pretty much through almost the whole practice. Guys were still riding. They were still going through the practices. Didn't stop or anything. It was pretty greasy. A bunch of people got their money back, which I don't really agree with. If you're already there, you're already in the mud. Mac's going to be mad at me because
Who?
Mac McQueen.
Uh-oh.
He got his money back and went home, but
No, he didn't.
He didn't get his money back. He just went home.
Yeah.
You're right. So bravo to Mac because he didn't get his money back. He let the track keep the money.
Yeah.
He just didn't race. He just went home. He didn't want to ride the mud.
Okay, let's not say like, oh, just give your money. You can, if you're there, you're not saying like, hey, just let the track keep your money and leave. You're saying like, if you're there, why don't you just race?
I'm saying exactly. I'm not saying if you're there. If you're already there, you've already spent gas money to get there. You've already spent time to get there. You've already spent a bunch of money to get there.
You practice Saturday.
You practice Saturday.
Just
to me, if you're already there, you need to go and you need to like just race.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it's a little muddy, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Go race. Get your experience, because if you go to a regional, you go to Loretta's, it's going to be muddy.
Yeah, anywhere you go.
At some point, some race, it's going to be muddy. And I know there's some guys that are going to be like, oh, well, yeah, that's not my ambitions to do any of that. And if it's not, that's fine. You know, you can, I guess, go home. But there's a lot of guys that won't ride in the mud because that I don't want the wear and tear on my bike. I don't want to have the cleanup. I don't want it's this or that. Dude, you can have a guy T-bone you in the corner and tear your bike up. It's just, I mean, you know.
I do agree on the wear and tear.
The cleanup sucks.
And the wear and tear sucks.
The cleanup sucks. The wear and tear, I mean, go ride a sand track. It's going to be the same thing.
Yeah.
Sand is pretty hard on your stuff, too.
I'm just agreeing that it sucks, but I wouldn't. You know, you got to do what you got to do.
If you're already there. Now, if it's 100% chance of rain and the track still tries to race, that's probably the wrong move.
And it
I
rains
understand
all day.
I understand a lot of people not going and doing that because it's kind of miserable to get there and it's already. But when you're already there, everything's already unloaded and you're already getting wet. You're already getting muddy. Just race, learn, do it. And there was some other Facebook stuff that's went on since then where some guys in Alabama were, you know, jawing about this same kind of deal because it was that same series.
A track closed 4 days before.
And I don't agree with that. I think you try to wait it out as long as you can. In the woods, they ride. And, I mean, I think we should do it in moto. But it was muddy. The first few races were pretty greasy.
Yeah.
The track gradually got better. Every race, the track got better and better. By the second motos, they went in intermission, tilled the track up. Second motos, dude, it was primo. It was amazing. It was prime. So I thought they did a really good job on what they did, the decisions they made on at least keeping the race going. And because I would have been mad if I'd drove my motor home there, paid all the gas money, and then they're like, oh yeah, we're canceled, but we're not giving your money back. It'll go towards another race here or whatever. Then it's like, really?
Yeah. If you're gonna cancel it, you gotta cancel it the day before.
Yeah, you can't do it the day of.
Unless it's just like horrible.
Unless it's so bad that it's just And even on 50s and stuff, I get they cut the track and stuff. Which for the second moto, when the track was better, they should have let them ride the whole track then, and they should have. That is one thing they didn't do. They cut the laps for the first motos to 3. Mm-hmm. They should have made it back 4 for the second. They didn't. They finished in plenty of time. I'm not saying that, I'm not complaining that, oh, man, I'm never going because they didn't, do that, whatever. That's just something that I feel like next time, keep it in the back of your mind, hey, let's not do that, But for their first race, I felt like it was pretty good.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of people. They've been in business for
a little over a year.
Literally a year. And they have a first race. You're going to have hiccups. And that's part of it.
You might not always know exactly what to do in every situation.
Yeah.
But they tried.
They're going to learn.
Yep. So, I guess that's all I need to talk about on the back 40 race. I mean, really wasn't much of a race for me. Missed the 125 first moto, second moto, missed the gate.
Missed 125. What the?
Plus 25.
Plus 25.
I missed the gate.
Of
the
course
second
you
moto.
did.
Yep.
I'm telling you, I would have beat your ass.
I was handling kids and stuff like that.
Okay,
They were going super fast with the motos, like super fast.
Whatever. I'm just saying, I would have beat you.
I tailed your boy for a little while, and
he wasn't going
for.
He wasn't going.
Oh yeah, he was.
No,
he told me.
I promise you.
If we could get Patrick Winter on here, he would tell you.
Yeah, no.
He would tell you. Spencer was shaking.
No, get out of here. He was probably just fucking cruising.
He said he heard me back there. He said, man, I heard you back there for 2 laps, and then I didn't hear you. And I was like, yeah, I fell.
Yeah, I'm sure he heard the guy in third, too, on the 125. The half
no,
track
he was.
away.
He was, no.
But
Ty was way behind us. But Ty beat me. Give it to Ty Miller. He beat me. I couldn't pass him. I tried.
Don't say you're on his tail. Yeah. No. You were on the same lap as him. That's all you gotta say.
Oh. Mm-hmm. So was Eli. So was all the other people.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. That means they were all on his tail. Then.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't talk my boy down.
Okay. Since then, this weekend, I had somebody was calling me. Had a motocross school.
Yes.
The Moto School. I'm gonna get technical with it. The Moto School in Arkansas, in Bricky's, at Ray Dawson's place, and it's amazing. So for everybody that listens to this that wants to like do a school or do any kind of training, or anybody that wants to do any kind of training, when I have them at Ray's place, if you want a track that's training facility wise, because that like you go to Moto X, you went to Moto X, you went to Farm 14 primarily because of the track.
Mm-hmm.
You can come to Ricky's, Arkansas when I have schools there, and it's track.
They call it the
what do they call it?
Top secret bean field.
Top secret bean field.
Yeah.
Who called it that?
That's what what's Ray's wife called?
Connie?
Connie. That's what she said, that they had people out there, and that's what they would call it, the top secret bean field. When they were growing beans,
yeah.
Then they were growing corn, they would call it the top secret cornfield.
Oh, dude, that's a top secret bean field for sure. Like,
yeah.
dude, it's good. So
you're driving like you're going in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And you just pull up at. You're like, oh.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You're like, it's like you're driving, and then you just see a tree, and then it's like all hidden behind one tree.
Yeah.
And they're like, where? I didn't even see that, and you're turning in.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So it's nice, good setup, good equipment. Starting gate, automated starting gate.
Yeah.
Good family.
Oh,
it's
great.
private, so you can't just go anytime. Like, this has to be like, has to be a school or
LLC.
Yeah, maybe something. What, limited liability corporation?
Yeah, the Moto School LLC.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Yeah. So
I'm talking about that the track is private.
Yes.
So, but it's good. So anybody in the area that if I'm having a school there, you need to definitely hit that up.
It was pretty good. I wasn't there, obviously, but
you've seen videos. I'm going to post a video.
I went there.
You've been there. Yeah. But it's bigger now than when you went.
Yeah, but when I went, it was still good.
Yeah, it was. And well, I guess I need to tell the news. Some people know the news, but the podcast listeners might not. Eli got busted up at the school. Broken wrist, broken leg. Dude, I felt so bad when I watch him.
Hold on, it's not funny. I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing with him.
He ain't laughing. He might be right now. He probably is right now. But
I want it when he comes to work. I'm gonna sign the bottom of his cast like Andy, like Toy Story.
It's gonna be a while. He's in a wheelchair.
I'll wheel his ass around.
He can't crutch because his cast on his arm comes up to here.
When he was here, anyways, it's not like he was really doing much. Yeah, he could be in a wheelchair.
So
he could be a door greeter. Then we just sit him out there.
So for our listeners that kind of know Eli, whatever, he broke his fib in his leg, lower leg, and he broke his wrist. Hopefully no surgery. Just they're casted right now. Hopefully they heal like that, and he'll be back in 6 to 8 weeks, I'm hoping. But yeah, he yard sailed on a jump, endoed. It was nasty. I felt bad when I saw him. When I saw it, I'm like, ugh.
You clenched your butthole a little bit.
A little bit. I was like, golly. And
God,
then Eli and Ray took off running. And
Eli and Mitch. No,
I mean, Mitch, yeah.
Mitch and Ray.
Mitch and Ray took off running. And
I'm sure Eli wanted to run.
yeah. And then when I got on a little bike and went over there, and he was sitting up by that time. CJ had him sitting up and all, and I'm like, okay, at least he's like not
Conscious.
terribly hurt. Yeah,
He's
like
conscious. Like
might be broke bones, but like that's not, you know. And yep. So that happened. It wasn't nothing to do with me. He was out there by himself. He did ask me about jumping it though.
Yeah, I just think it was a little bit of.
I think he tried to seat bounce it like super hard in a short face, and it
just doesn't go
kicked.
well.
And it being the tall middle, you know, it just like it clipped, and when it clipped, dude, that was it.
God, that makes me like cringe. Like not, yeah. Like God, that just.
It was gnarly too. He was going fast, and
I think that's just inexperience. I've never seen that boy seat bounce anything in my entire life.
It probably is.
I've never seen him like anywhere I've been. I'm like, yeah, I would seat bounce that just to either I'm lazy and I want to just sit down, you know, or I'm tired, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But like he'll stand up right out of a corner. He'll stand up, do a jump, and I'm like, yeah, I would seat bounce that, you know.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I think that's just a little bit of inexperiency. Now I think he probably needs to learn how to like truly seat bounce and what to seat bounce.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the moto school. I got 2 other things. So there's a rumor that the Moto X Compound is gone. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't think it's just gonna disappear. Like
it's kind of weird that it would just completely, as big of an operation, it
Yes.
could completely be gone.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but I have seen some kids that were there that aren't there anymore.
Yeah.
And talking to some people that trained there, they didn't live there, but they would go every now and then.
Maybe we should get to the bottom of it. You know how?
Call Matt Walker?
Yeah. We got.
I got a few people that has his number.
We got to the bottom of Farm 14.
Yeah, I have a few people that have his number. You know.
You're gonna hear it second. Because we're not first, because we heard it from another.
Well, I mean, yeah, other people are saying that this is the rumor and that they heard.
But we're gonna break the news.
Nobody's got it from the horse's mouth, and the horse's mouth is Matt Walker.
We're taking the tongue right out of the horse's mouth, and we're gonna shove it down y'all's throat.
Yeah. But if Farm 14 is officially gone, which we don't know that it's for sure gone.
Yeah.
We just know they're not doing anything right now.
Yeah.
And then if Moto X is gone, dude, that's a lot of kids who just lost where they were training at.
Mm-hmm. I think Nim's Night Track might open up a facility, just the night track.
Well, it got bought, but I don't think he's wanting to have a training facility. He wants to have training out there. He talked to me about that, but all right, Motocross of Nations. That's the next thing up.
Mm-hmm. What about
Do we win?
Yes.
Do we break the streak? Do we finally win?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna agree. I feel like right now, Sexton and Tomac, nobody's running that speed and touching them.
If they get out
on our home soil, as long as it doesn't rain, on our home soil.
If they get out to say they go out, the field's thin. Say they go out to a 5th and a 6th place start. They've been doing it all summer.
They go 1-2.
Yeah, they push themselves.
They go 1-2.
Yeah.
But then they have a moto where they're going to have Cooper with each of them. So
Cooper better tag along, brother. That's all I got to say. I'm not the biggest. I like Cooper, but for this choice, he kind of
he was a little. This wasn't the best outdoor season for him. He had moments, but it wasn't the best.
Yeah, that's why I was like, But
if it rains, we don't win. So I hope it doesn't rain.
Oh, yeah, because Sexton or Tomac will burn up a clutch.
Even in the Yamaha?
Oh, dude. He can freaking melt a clutch, weld a clutch together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Aussies are going to be good.
Yeah, you think they podium?
Oh, for sure. No one else. Dude, France is out.
France is not out, but Ferrandis is out.
Yes, but they don't have another backup because Febvre said no.
They got to have somebody that rides the 450.
Febvre said no.
Okay,
so the next thing is to get a 250 guy and then throw Marv back on a 450. That's the rumors I'm hearing from France.
So they're not. They're going to be there. They're just not going to be as good.
Yes. And then to Japan.
Japan ain't gonna. Sushi will do good.
Sushi.
Japan might win the 250 class.
Yeah, dude.
MX2.
Oh, dude. That'd be sick.
I think that'd be cool. And
Not
he'd wear
just-
I Love USA again on this.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. You know, dude, could it happen? He go Japan, Australia, America, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Is it possible?
Yeah. It would be, so if it was Sushi,
Lawrence,
Hunter Lawrence,
Cooper.
Justin Cooper.
Yeah, I don't know any other 250 guys.
I don't know which 250 guys are, because like
Or
VL's
where.
not doing it.
Yeah. I need to get into the. I'm kind of into GPs right now. Like I watch the highlights and stuff.
I do too,
I'm not like.
But I can't remember all the guys. Like 250 guy, MX2 guys, I can't even remember the guy's name that was going for the
Title.
Was it Jago? Is it Gertz?
See, their names are
Diego
so
Gertz?
their names are so weird. I can barely pronounce USA names.
I
Like
can
I'm
rem-
not even gonna go for
I can remember the MX1 guys, but some of the MX2 guys, they hadn't been around enough.
Hurlings. I remember Hurlings.
Oh yeah, I think he used to race.
He's kind of fast. Not anymore. I think Stu's faster. He's still the fastest man alive.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
Till Stu dies, he'll forever be fastest man alive right here
For me too.
in my heart.
All right, are we done? We off here?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Grayson's got to go CrossFit before they kick him out of CrossFit. Something.
We're dying.
Yep.
Call the ambulance.
All right. Subscribe first. Like, share, comment. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all of it.
Comment how many world champions, not world.
Golly, you're gonna be. Comment how many pro motocross
premier champions.
champions there has been.
Premier is in 250, then 450.
How many different guys it's been in the last 50 years?
Yes. 250 and then 450 when not 500 and
The
450.
premier class.
Well, okay. I thought 500 was the premier class.
No, the 500. Well, that's just because you're not the smartest.
No, they stopped it 7 years before I was born.
Okay.
Get out of here.
Okay, 500 was not.
I
the
didn't
premier.
know that.
It was 252 stroke for a while, and then it swapped to
And then
450, and it shows you on there.
Then I learned that J&B won all three.
Yeah.
How's that possible?
In different years.
No.
Yeah, different years.
They made it sound like the same year.
There's no way because he would have no.
That's why I'm
No.
saying what the hell happened.
No, he won them different years. They're saying like he's won all three.
125, 250, 500.
Yes. Golly.
The more you know.
Yeah. You should study motocross if you really are a fan.
No.
You study it somewhat.
Yeah.
All right. Shot Moto Pod. We're out.